Hi, I'm an 8-gallon earthenware alkaline glazed storage jar. I was created in the 1850s and was mainly used to preserve food. My creators were slaves owned by an African American minister, Reverend John McCamey Wilson. He was the first owner of the Wilson Potteries, which was a line of pottery companies that prospered during the late 1800s near Capote, Texas. He decided to settle in Texas because the clay there was suitable for the type of pottery he wanted to sell. Reverend Wilson hired professional potters to teach slaves how to make jars like me, and the slaves continued to manufacture us. As the company prospered, white Americans were hired in addition to the slaves. The white potters helped Reverend Wilson and his slaves to establish the alkaline glazed pottery tradition in Texas, which was a method frequently used where the white potters came from, the Carolinas. White potters and black potters working together under a black owner shows that these workers were able to overcome racial tensions. In general, many people owned me because preserving food was necessary. I was also durable, but very cheap. However, the people who usually used me were people of the middle and lower class, since people of the upper class did not make their own food or have other culinary duties. During the late 1800s, when I was created and used, the Civil War happened. The Civil War and even the period after the Civil War brought violence and the threat of violence against African Americans like my creators. The Potters experienced explosions and other forms of violence as a result of racial tension. But after the Civil War, when the slaves were freed, many of the enslaved potters who worked under Reverend Wilson relocated to different pottery shops and began their own businesses. This was significant because the former slaves were finally able to have some control over their lives. Now, since technology has advanced and there are refrigerators and other methods of preserving food, I am not used to store food anymore. Nevertheless, my value has increased from $1 to a couple thousands of dollars, and museums and antique pottery collectors buy me. The Wilson Potteries were the first businesses owned by African Americans, and people remember them and their products to this day.